It's time to wake up, Warriors.
State test season is in full swing. Stay tuned to learn some tips and tricks on how to prepare yourself for these exams.
Graduation is coming up and it's bittersweet to see our seniors go. Keep watching to see how they portray themselves in years to come.
All this and more in today's episode of Wake Up Warriors.
Live from Penn Trafford High School, this is Wake Up Warriors. Wake Up Warriors starts now.
Hello and good morning, Penn Trafford. Welcome to this morning's final edition of Wake Up Warriors this year. Today is Friday, May 9th. I'm Julianne Fontano.
And I'm Bryn Urban.
AP tests have begun and Keystones are starting next week. As these tests approach, it can be easy to become stressed and overwhelmed. We spoke to guidance counselor Ms. Sherman and English teacher Ms. Martini for some tips and reassurance going into these tests.
Teachers have been doing a great job of preparing you for your test, especially in the last couple of weeks. So I would just recommend that you listen to your teachers. Some of them have given you study guides, so going over those study guides is the best way to prepare for the test. So it can be, overwhelming and stressful getting ready to take a test, but getting a good night's sleep, eating a healthy breakfast. And I think the biggest thing is just focusing on your breath to calm your central nervous system. Also, Asher is almost always in the hallway in the morning, so if you need a little extra Asher love to calm you down, please stop by in the morning.
To prepare my class for Keystones, I incorporate things throughout the year that they're not super aware of the fact that when we are doing certain lessons or practicing certain things, all of it contributes to how they'll be able to work through their Keystone testing. So just some tips and tricks. My biggest tip is to go to bed at a normal time. Like I always say, go to bed at 8, but I know that's not going to happen. It's still light outside at 8. Before midnight is at least my number one thing. Go to bed early, put your devices away, let your brain actually rest for a minute, eat a little bit of breakfast, and take your time on the test. You have as much time as you need throughout the day. You have the full 8 hours if you want to use it. You've done this your whole life. You know how to read a story. You know how to write a TDA. You know how to answer questions. It's just a matter of staying awake and focused and working through it.
This has been Juliet Mastriani reporting for PT TV.
Hey Julianne, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Hopefully at a news station doing something exactly like what we're doing right now. What about you?
You'll find out in the final edition of In the Minds. It's a bittersweet moment as we prepare to see the class of 2025 graduate. My anchor partner, Julianne Fontano, and reporter Ella Malloy ask the questions to seniors. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Okay, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself being closer to being a doctor, a cardiologist, probably through school.
I see myself with a stable job, pretty much comfortable.
Working in a hospital. That's about it.
Oh, school. Still in school. Get me out of here.
In 10 years, I see myself being an attorney or a detective for the FBI, living in one of the Carolinas.
I see myself as a corporate lawyer in a big city somewhere.
Constructing houses.
I see myself on a beach, chilling with an umbrella and a nice tea.
Going to trade school through WCCC for HVAC and then getting a job in that field.
I want to go to college for business for cosmetology, so that's it.
In 10 years, I would really like to be engaged, looking for a husband.
So in 10 years, I definitely see myself being married, having at least one kid, either being a working PA in the ER or a med student.
I plan on getting a master's in entomology at Penn State and then moving to Brazil to pursue a career in entomology.
When approaching the end of the school year, it is vital to commemorate the milestones that were conquered throughout the year, such as graduation. But the seniors aren't the only ones who have been preparing to graduate. Yesterday, the preschool program here at Penn Trafford High School held their own graduation to celebrate the little ones reaching the next step of their lives, kindergarten. This day consisted of a special introduction ceremony, the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiances, the reading of Oh, the Places You'll Go, a photo slideshow in remembrance of the preschoolers' year, an ABC activity, the calling of the graduate's name to receive their diploma, and finally, the tossing of the caps. Congratulations to our preschoolers.
Ready for our next edition of Entertainment Today, where our hosts go all over the best movies you won't want to miss this summer. From horror movies to comedy movies, this is our final edition of Entertainment Today.
Hello, PT, and welcome to our final edition of Entertainment Today. Our one writer has gotten very lazy, and we would like to end the show now. We're going to run through all the movies releasing this summer so you know what you might want to watch. This month, we have a new A24 comedy called Friendship. We also have the first new Final Destination movie in 14 years. Later this month, we get the new Lilo & Stitch remake alongside the last Mission Impossible movie on the same day. Then, at the very end of the month, there's a new movie from director Wes Anderson called The Phoenician Scheme. In June, we get the live-action How to Train Your Dragon remake, alongside Pixar's Elio and the new horror movie 28 Years Later. In July, we get a lot of big blockbusters like Jurassic World Rebirth, a reboot to a reboot of a movie from over 30 years ago, Superman and the Fantastic Four are the big superhero projects this summer. And in August, well, there's not a lot, but we do get Freakier Fridays, so do with that what you will. That's all we have for you this year here at Entertainment Today. We hope to see you again next year, assuming our funding doesn't get cut. We did it!
Attention all junior girls. Want to save money on your next dance dress? The Glambassador program application opens in June. MB Prom is offering an amazing opportunity for one senior girl from Penn Trafford to become a Glambassador. As a Glambassador, you'll get to come in, take stunning pictures, and post your dresses on social media. In exchange, you'll receive credit towards your dance dresses. Don't miss out on this chance to shine and save.
This week, the Fashion 2 students worked on a window display to show off everything they made this year. If you want to see all of their hard work, go look outside of room 104. Here's Mrs. Sanowski with more about their displays.
So the Fashion 2 students are currently working on their window display projects. We spend Fashion 1 and Fashion 2. They spend a lot of time constructing and creating their own product. Fashion 2, we focus a lot on the marketing and the visual display, the visual merchandising of their products. So we just recently got back from our field trip at Ross Park Mall. And on the field trip, we visited with Nordstrom's, and they taught us all of the great things that go into visual merchandising and displaying your products so you can grab the customer's eye, reel them into your store, and make them want to purchase the product. So they are now taking everything they made and creating their own window displays with that.
The Cash Dash has created boxes for students to show appreciation towards teachers. They can nominate any teacher and leave an anonymous, kind message showing their appreciation. The 3 teachers with the most nominations will receive a gift card, and every teacher who's nominated will be given their cards to see what the students wrote. Students have until Wednesday to drop their appreciation cards into the boxes. The boxes are located in the downstairs fishbowl and the Cash Dash.
College writing students are currently in the process of presenting their senior projects. They all created a digital magazine related to their career field. Within the magazine, you can see links to podcasts, advertisements, research essays, and more. Everything found in the magazine was created by the student throughout the year. The students present a brief overview of all the content in their magazine, their design choices, and their personal connection to their chosen field.
Last night in sports, the baseball team hosted Pittsburgh Central Catholic to close out the regular season. The Warriors winning a streak game to an end in a hard-fought 10-inning battle, falling 7-6. They now turn their focus to a strong postseason run. The softball team welcomed the Derry Trojans in a close matchup. The Warriors scored 4 runs and held the Trojans to just 2, securing a 4-2 victory behind strong defense. The boys volleyball team traveled to Hempfield Area High School last night for their final section matchup against the Spartans. The Warriors started strong, winning the first set. The boys struggled for the next 3, ultimately falling short for all 3. The Spartans won 3-1. The Warriors find out who their playoff matchup is today after school.
Tonight in sports, The track team is on the road to West Mifflin at 1:30 for the West Mifflin Last Chance meet. The softball team welcomes North Allegheny for a 3:45 matchup. Good luck to our Warriors tonight, and check PT Athletics' Twitter account for any weather-related cancellations.
And that concludes today's broadcast of Wake Up Warriors. Before we sign off for the last time this year, we'd like to appreciate all the seniors in this class who've worked hard to bring you the news every single day. Thank you Darren Sola Edinamilla, Alexa Brook, Ella Cunningham, myself, Ella Malloy, Cameron Nichols, Lexi Schmidt, and Brent Urban.
And thank you to the teachers, coaches, staff members, administration, and students who allowed us to interview you and cover all things Penn Trafford. And finally, thank you to Mr. Vinton for always supporting us and giving us so many opportunities in this class. We now invite you to stand for the pledge of the flag.
This has been Julianne Fontano
and Brent Urban
signing off. Have a great day and enjoy your summer, PT.